Traffic noise is one of the major environmental noise problems, which the main contributors are from motor vehicles, trains, and aircrafts. A large number of cars and other road vehicles that have internal combustion engines are making road traffic noise a leading noise pollution source. The figure shows the average noise level generated by different types of vehicles. I will take an example from my hometown, which is in Miri, Sarawak. There is a primary school which located near the Jalan Miri Pujut Highway. Let's go and see. Okay, as we can see here, there were many motor vehicles passing in front of this school main road, and sometimes dominated by the heavy trucks such as lorry and trailers. Meanwhile, there are transverse yellow bars in front of the school area to ensure that vehicles passing by slowing down, but most of these drivers did not obey to it. Instead, they speed up their vehicles. This contributes to higher noise level due to the interaction of vehicles' tire and the yellow strips. The extreme noise level could disrupt the learning process of children, especially in primary school. It can affect the focus on study, communication, and more extreme can default hearing. Aircraft traffic also causes several environmental problems, or in other words, an increase of noise. In particular, the population that living near to the airports is affected by the negative effects of noise exposure. I will take an example of Miri Airport area, which located near to the residential area. This is the Miri Airport, which located near to the residential area. We can see that the most affected resident is in this area. The location is very near to airplane runway where the airplane lands or take off. Actually, I live in this area. Before this pandemic happens, I always heard the sound of airplane every single day, and sometimes make me feel so annoyed. Aircraft can be divided into groups, which are the different types of engines and the aircraft structures. We measure sound intensity and sound pressure in the units of decibels. Decibels are named in honor of Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of both telephone and the audiometer. Exposure to loud sound can cause hearing loss, especially when hearing protection is not used between the exposure. The louder the sound, the shorter amount of time it takes for hearing loss to occur. In performing traffic noise study, it is important to know the traffic noise level at L10. L10 is the level exceed for 10% of the time and takes account of any annoying peaks in sound. Based on National Institute Occupational Safety and Health, prolonged exposure to noise level 85 decibel or more at an average of 8 hours per day are considered hazardous, while regular and exposed to 100 decibel noise level at an average of 15 minutes per day can risk of permanently hearing loss. And lastly, exposure to 110 decibel noise level also risk of permanently hearing loss. In order to perform this study, we can use the apps in our phone. For me, I am using NIOSH Sound Level Meter apps. Let me show you how to use NIOSH SLM apps or NIOSH Sound Level Meter apps for iOS device. When we open the apps, we will see the instantaneous background sound level. To make measurement, you press Start button. The apps start to calculating the different occupational noises exposure metrics such as LAEQ, Lmax, LC peak, time weighted average, and noise dose. To stop the apps, press the pause button. Press reset button to start all over again. The data also can be saved or shared by pressing this button. The second tab shows all of the records of the measurement. The third tab has an information from NIOSH website, such as occupational noise level, hearing loss prevention, and also protection. The fourth screen is the setting screen. Provide the proper control and different setting to make a proper noise measurement. We can do calibration. Before using these apps, we also can change the standard that we prefer. The time weighting also we can change. We can choose either to use slow or fast, and also frequency weighting. If you want to do noise surveys, this app also provides some information on how to perform measurement correctly by pressing the third tab. The meter shows the default unit in decibel. To switch sound units, press dB or sound button, and the meter will display the current sound level in decibel or in sound. The upper part of the display is a bar graph showing the current sound level in selected range. You will notice two numbers in either side of the graph. It indicates the maximum and minimum of the current range. The over or under sign will show if sound level is outside of the current range. To change the sound level range, press the up and down arrow located at the bottom of the meter to switch to an appropriate range. In the upper left corner of the display, the meter shows the sampling speed. If you want to hold the current reading on the screen, press the hold button. Press maximum button or max button to hold the max reading recorded by the meter. Press A or C button to switch the weighting mode. Sound level meter measures sound in two weighting modes, which is A and C weighting. A simulates human ear characteristic, and C indicates the actual sound pressure. First, we record the data for 30 minutes duration with 30-second interval. Second, tabulate the data in the frequency table as below. The third one, from the data, plot S-curve graph. The fourth one, plot frequency graph. From the S-curve, we can obtain L10 value and also in the frequency graph. We also can obtain the value of L10 by using formula instead of from the graph. That's all from me. Thank you.